Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Block 80! Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
First carry for James Conner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Vanette. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Black 5. 58, come on. Hey, man. Watch the boot, watch the boot. Black.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 34 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Browns drive about to get started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll make it third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, second and 15. Mayfield down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Mayfield, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They go play action. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the night, and the Browns have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 17 through the air. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Roethlisberger will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some...
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Hey, alert.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He'll try and run forward with counter. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to counter. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Samuels working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Samuels again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 11, a little over a minute to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mayfield with it once more. It's caught by OBJ. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Seibert's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days. But they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.